So today we're going to be talking about sound design. We're going to make an entire beat using just a shaker sound. Imagine this is like a post-apocalyptic dystopian world and you're like trekking through toxic desert and you find the last laptop with the last copy of Ableton 12 on it and all the sounds have been deleted except for this one shaker. What are you going to do? You got to make the track. You got to make the slaps, bruh. So today we're going to see if we can make it happen. Let's find out. I'm doing this on the spot live. I do not know if it's going to work. So let's see how it goes. All right, first things first. I got my audio channel here, and I'm just going to go to drums. The one bit of homework I did was scouting a sound. So I went to the Ableton stock library, which by the way, don't sleep on, there's good stuff in there. And I went to shaker, because I just had this idea to do with a shaker. And I found this little Kabasa guy here. So go ahead and just drag it in here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to make a bunch of sounds that all are generated from this one little guy. And every time we make a sound, we're going to duplicate it so we can keep the sound before. So this is just our straight shaker. I'm going to go ahead and just keep that. You never know if we might just want to actually use a shaker. I'm going to call the top one a shaker. And now this bottom one, this new one that we just made, we're going to mess with. We're going to do something with it. So what would be the thing that we need in a beat the most? I would say kick drum. Let's see if we can make a kick drum out of this shaker. Seems kind of zany, but we're gonna make it happen, don't you worry. So I'm gonna solo it. And the first thing I would think I wanna do, the sound is very high pitched and a bass drum is very low pitched. So I'm gonna turn on warp on the actual sample editor, and I'm just gonna go to town on the down transposition. Hold shift, down arrow, that will take you down by octave. Just do it all 4 times. Ableton lets you go down 4 whole octaves, 48 half steps. So let's see what we got. Alright, I mean, it's a start. We're getting closer. Now what we're going to do is, in order to get the bite of a kick, we're going to get rid of the soft attack up front and just kind of trim it so that it's somewhere where it's peaked and maybe even get rid of that fade. So now it has bite. Okay. We need more low end still, so maybe I'll get an EQ on here and just kind of bump the low end using one of these little bell curves up here. And boost it times more. Okay, let's see what other low end we could get before we go on to our next step here. Let's put a drum bus on. I love drum bus for drums, and it's going to help us a lot here. Just turn the boom all the way up. Okay, so there still isn't really much low end going on. It does not feel like a bass drum, but don't you worry, we're going to get there. We're going to go ahead and freeze this. You just hit control click and that option will appear, and then once it's frozen you could flatten it. And now it's just bounced to a new audio. Hell yeah. And now we're going to go into that audio clip and transpose that down a couple octaves. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use complex. Ooh. Ooh. That's not bad. That feels like a kick. Cool. What if we put a drum bus on that? Give it some drive. Give it some boom. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm going to call that kick. Now, what should we do next? Should we do a snare? Let's do a snare. Why don't we go ahead and duplicate our kick. Let's see if we can get away with using our kick sound to generate the snare. No promises. We're just winging it, buddy. So we need to go back up several registers. Okay, we're getting ballpark. I'm just going to soften the attack a bit on this envelope here. It feels kind of like a clap right now. I mean, I'm not mad at that. Alright, maybe we can help it with some ambiances of sort. So we're going to put some reverb on. Do this kind of like small room thing. Cool, I'm into that. And let's try corpus. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a resonance. Okay, well that's resonance. That's not the one we want. Go ahead and turn the tune down. Whoa. And now on this XY grid, you see the decay here? Oh, that's interesting. Just a little bit of dry wet, so it just feels like, you know, the shell of a snare. Okay, cool. That's sick. We're gonna call that snare. So here's our kick snare. Maybe I'll give it a little more reverb. Yeah, changed my mind about the verb. Let's do a long decay. I actually really like the snare. Alright, don't worry, we'll make the beat more sick than that in a sec. Let's go ahead and get a sub in here. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate our kick again because I have an idea here. Yeah. And check this out. We're gonna solo that kick channel. Now this boom feature is very cool on Drum Bus. If you hit these headphones, it'll solo it. It's just the low end, which makes a beautiful bass drum by itself. And now we introduce decay. Watch this. Ooh, that sounds awesome. There it is. Cool. Let's just pick a note. I mean, G seems pretty good. Down here is where it tells you what note you're playing. That's beautiful. Let's unsolo that. Damn, that's just a nice sub, actually. This might be the way to produce from now on. Just use shakers. Just use shakers. Who would have thought? All right, let's go back to our original shaker sound. Oh, it sounds so boring now in comparison. So I'm gonna duplicate that again. Is everything labeled? This is called sub. What's this? All right, cool. And quick little color coding sesh. Just for fun, just to make things festive. Haha, no, brown is boring. Red for bass, yes. All right, so this second shaker is the one that we're gonna mess with. So why don't we go ahead and hit R. If you have the new Live 10, you can just hit R to reverse. And if not, you have to go into the sampler and hit reverse. But either way, you'll get there. So that's already fun, the fact that it's reversed. What if we have that kind of working with our snare as like a, so now let's solo both of these. So that kind of like rolls into it. Kind of like that. And we're going to pitch it down a little bit. And let's also maybe get some chorus, give it some width. That's nice. And some overdrive is always fun. That does always nice tonal things. Ooh, made it so sandy. I like that. A little less harsh, turn down the tone. Okay, that's a cool sound. What else can we do? Let's give it a hard reverb mix, so it's just very, it just has this nice distant roomy effect. And now I feel like the gain got really low, so what can we do about that? Maybe just put an EQ on, boost the gain. Yeah, we're just doing some very cavalier, rogue style producing, and I'm kind of super into it. So now, we're gonna call that reverse whoosh. All right, now what if we go to our original shaker again, duplicate it, and now we're just gonna put tons of reverb on it, like 100%, big old decay time, Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, let's just make the pitch lower. Interesting. Creepy. Probably the sweet spot there. Let's see if we can do something else bizarre to the tone. Try putting vocoder on. Have pitch tracking on. Maybe I'll turn off reverb to see what that's doing. Not much right now. Maybe we need more length in this sound. Add a warp marker here and just stretch it. Huh. Nothing yet. It's okay, we'll get there. Oh, this is an interesting sound. I don't know what it is. It's not what I expected, but I'll roll with it. Maybe a little overdrive too. It's like a fluff or a fart even. It's kind of sick. We just need some EQing. See, this is an instance of an accidental detour. Like, I didn't expect to make this type of sound, but I'm kind of getting into it now. Trying to make it not sound so thin by adding a lot of low end. Let's try reverb now. No. Okay, here's a fun thing we'll do. We're gonna do delay. Let's just do the regular delay. And we're gonna turn off sync and go to time. The time pretty small, like 25 milliseconds. We're gonna do ping pong. Yeah, there it is. Dial it in, make sure it's not too overbearing. Alright, I don't know what that is. It's called like a blimp. That's my attempt at onomatopoeia. Cool. That's fun. I'm not sure what to do with it in the track yet, but we'll figure that out. Okay, here's a little review of what we have. It's kind of sick. It just sounds like nonsense, which is awesome. Alright, I want to start from our original shaker again. Oh, hold on, let me color code. Alright, original shaker, duplicate. Alright, now I'm going to go back to what I was originally intending to do, which was less of this womp sound and more of a reverse reverb situation. So reverb all the way up, large decay time. Okay, that's fine. I'll work with that. We're just going to let reverb do what it does best. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and freeze and flatten as we are one to do. Boom. And boom. Really weird why it breaks that up. Don't know why, but it's all good. And now we're just going to reverse this. And I'm going to do that by hitting R. I hope you can do the same. I really do. And now we're going to just trim it properly. Keep trimming. Just keep trimming. Just keep trimming. It's like a riser. A white noisy riser. We made a white noise riser. I'm satisfied. What you want to do is maybe just go right before it starts to decay again. And then just move it over so that it resolves right at its peak. Yeah, excellent. And why don't we go an extra step and go into the clip itself and then turn here on so you can see the automations. And we're going to go to transposition. And why don't we just add a little boom. So I'm drawing a point here and a point here, and I'm just going to go down some steps. Let's see how this sounds. Oh, it did nothing at all. That's because Beats mode was on, and Beats does not do well with transposition. Complex will do the trick. I like it. I'll make it longer lasting. And that's another sound. That's called whoosh. Why not? Alright, we got all these cool textures. We need something melodic. Do you think we can achieve something melodic? I think we can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a resonator on this whoosh. Maybe I'll reverse it again. Oh, we're already halfway there. Nice. So I'm going to turn off all these extra resonators. Turn the dry wet all the way up. Oh, you get this nice pretty sound. So bizarre. What other options are there? Low pass on the filter. I'll just do full spectrum for now and then we filter it later. That might be smart. We should do that. God, what was I thinking? In any case, that's good enough for me. So I'm going to go ahead and freeze and flatten as we are one to do. And now it's about to get real. We're going to take this little sound we just made. Beautiful, actually. And let's put it into a simpler, yeah? So now we go to our instruments, we grab a simpler. Boom, there she is. And let's just drag that sample right into the simpler. And we're going to call this Simpler Whoosh. And now we're going to make a MIDI clip. And we're not going to go too hard trying to make the greatest track ever dropped on SoundCloud. We're just going to put in a little melody. Let's see what happens. There it is. Look at me go. Beautiful. Oh, but we're in G, so I'm going to go ahead and transpose this up. There. Okay, so let's try and make this sound listen to a bowl. First, I just need to boost the gain. It's a little quiet. So we go to the sample. Soft attack. That already helps. Turn down the filter. I'll do some overdrive on the filter. Adjust the envelope a little bit. This is cool. I'm not mad at this. Some chorus. Some reverb. It's kind of sick. Alright, what if we tried to make a chordal variation of that? So I'm just going to double that simpler, no need to redo all those steps. And this time, I'm not going to change much in the sound, and I'm just going to put in a nice little G minor 7 chord, because I love those. And we'll just do something very simple. That's clearly too low. Okay, this has potential. Maybe if we did like a filter envelope thing. So we're going to go to the filter and we're going to turn the envelope all the way on. Give it a soft attack. That's kind of nice. It's really bright, but that's just what happens when you make a whole beat with a shaker. You just got to accept there's going to be some mangy stuff going on. Oh, ooh. Here we go. Or what if we turn the sample down an octave? That could be interesting. No, not quite. What if we try complex? That's kind of nice. Okay. Maybe turn the peak down a bit. And let's see if we could salvage any of this with EQ, just trying to make it darker. Yeah, it's very upper mids right now. That will certainly help, just compensating with what I see here. See if I can boost. Yeah, this is working actually. That feels better, doesn't it? So here we go. We got a little one measure of a whole bunch of sounds, a bunch of mangy, janky, bizarre, but actually really sick stuff. And we're just gonna duplicate this a few times, and we're gonna make a nice little 4-bar loop. Here we go. Couple other variations. Maybe just have the shaker doing quarter notes, why not? Ooh, let me turn this up now. there you go. That is how you make an entire beat with just a shaker sound. I don't know if your mind is blown, but mine definitely is. I was not expecting this result. So this is awesome. I enjoyed exploring this very much on camera with y'all. Thank you so much for watching as always. So much love to y'all. Stay Swess.